a few years ago to Joel. But I think this year coming up with the 25th anniversary will be great.
Yeah. They did that with the basketball team, 82 team. I think 10-year anniversary they had with the football team too.
I heard those Hall of Fame guys are going to really throw a lot of money this year when you get inducted.
Trust me.
Good question. Any wrestling mats going to be sold?
Any wrestling, right now, we purchased the one we're getting from the state championship. There was a need right there. The wrestling mats that are practice mats currently will be used to fill that stage area. So I don't believe we have any additional mats to be sold.
It really what it comes down to as far as the equipment goes, it's minimal stuff we're talking about selling.
Yeah.
It really is. We're trying to be frugal and reuse as much as we possibly can. Like one of the hammer systems, what's that whole, the rack? One of the racks.
The power racks.
Yeah, one of the racks, if you go look at it, it's like baby size. You really don't want to continue to use it. It's
Actually,
difficult for them.
Only one of our full racks I can get in between to actually get in there and spot. On the other two racks, when I go in to spot athletes, I have to climb over the bench, over the bar to get into the middle. I've lost a little weight, but I haven't lost that much, so I can't get through there. So, in order to spot correctly, you really need those double power racks. And it's going to be so nice from a safety standpoint to have room for these kids to actually exercise and do what we're asking them to do, but they're not on top of one another.
So one of the drivers for coming tonight is that it's got an 8 to 10 week lead time. Yeah, we know that they have, you're about half the funds right now. And I just know that you're going to keep plugging away, and we do have some opportunities about that we're going to be looking for some additional donations. I just don't want to talk about them public yet because they're a work in progress. So those kind of things, you just want to trust the process. So we're working on it.
Any more discussion on this resolution? Norm?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion carried 7-0. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
Appreciate
again
it.
for the donations and solicited.
That was nice to see those checks come in.
Yes. We will be sending out thank you notes to both organizations.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Second steward of us.
Though they'd like to be a little further along. Sure.
Okay, resolution 1819-132, approval of 2018-2019 parent transportation contract. Nicole, welcome. Need a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Dick, second by Norm. Want to explain what this is all about?
Sure. We have a student that goes to a school called the Wisconsin Center for the Blind and Visually Impaired down in Janesville. That's where the best fit for their program is. So with that comes, we are responsible for transportation. So the state of Wisconsin helps out with actual providing the program, which is the best you're going to find in the state here. But we are responsible for transportation. We are either providing a bus or a private, like a transportation aid that is helping to bring the individual down, or we can contract out the service with the parent. So what we have is, it seems a little bit complicated, but we have one option is when they go directly from their home to a pond, whether there's a bus that heads down to WCVI in Janesville, or there's the direct round trip. And the direct round trip happens very infrequently. And the cost for this is significantly less than if we were providing our own bus going to do it. So this is a special education piece. It's a high cost for us. So we do get additional aid back for the cost that goes along with that. So we get about 26% of the cost come back the following year in the form of aid. So they need to turn in transportation logs. We actually have the logs available for you to see. And with that also comes kind of like proof of attendance as well, just so you're aware. And then we are paying, the goal is to pay that monthly. The parent has been providing the transportation. This is just getting it all formalized and making sure that we have in it that the parent agrees on their behalf and on behalf of the child or children to release and hold harmless the school district. So they're responsible for the insurance and everything that goes along with that. So I have had these agreements with other parents in prior school districts, and this template is kind of a combo of that contract language and a little bit of Mayville language. So,
We used to have one up in Oshkosh, and we found a Oshkosh student that drove back and forth there to get along, so that worked out very nice. We bought the car,
that was cheaper just to buy the car.
yeah.
Well,
Is this a daily trip that they make to?
it's actually,
Janesville?
sometimes it's, they go on Monday and they stay for the week.
Oh, okay.
So it may be on Monday and they go on the bus, or on Monday the parent drives them all the way down. That transportation option didn't work. Maybe they have an appointment, they have to get picked up, that kind of thing. But it's typically Monday, Friday.
So she would get $375 a week?
It's actually per diem rate of $37.50 per round trip to Waupun.
Per round trip.
So what happens is, like, they gotta drive there and come back again.
So what's the total per diem rate of 75 per round?
So that's to head down to Janesville.
For the mother,
So they could get $75 per round trip, so you could be looking at $300 a month there, or if it's just Mayville to Waupun, $37.50 a trip. So it could be 75, 150, or double that, $300.
so 75 round trip, that's per day, right?
No, it only happens on Monday and Friday.
Is that for sure, or is that, you said?
Yeah, no, they go, the child goes down at the beginning of the day and then comes back on Friday.
Okay.
The one thing I can't guarantee anybody is if they have to come home for any specific reason, so it doesn't say twice a week. Because they may need to have an appointment. My daughter had an appointment tonight, and
Yeah.
if she was down there, she had to go get picked up and brunch.
It's required by law.
Yeah, legally
Under
required to
and then,
provide this.
And then you end up saving it because of the buses.
Right, so one, we're legally required to provide transportation. Either we're paying an hourly wage to a staff member plus their mileage, and this is a much, much better deal. And the child gets to be with their family during that time. So the trip to Waupun, that's not a big one, it's the trip down to Janesville is the major trip, major.
Any other questions on this resolution? Dick?
Aye.
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 Motion carried 7-0. The old business? Additional citizen comments? Announcements?
I just have one thing.
Yes.
Ron and Nevin, if you want to do your papers, Angie's here, you gotta have them notarized. She's here Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, and then she's gone until the 2nd. So if you wanna have them notarized by her, she's here from 7:30 to 4 the rest of the week.
Just very nice NHS induction ceremony last night. It was
Big numbers.
amazing how many people were there. There must have been 200 people there.
The golf course wasn't almost big enough for that.
Yeah,
That was the maximum.
yeah. There were 53 inductees. Nice
Grade
to
point to
see.
3.5 at the very least.
Mhm.
I mean, they all had higher than that. Wow, that
This
was
way.
great.
And I wish everybody happy holidays for next week. We'll see you in 3 weeks for the next year's, not more, but next year's board agenda.
Board meeting.
This meeting's adjourned.